Okay, sorry about that. Welcome back to the Prison Yard TV. If you already haven't hit that like button and that subscribe button, hit it now. And also, if you want to become a member, hit that join button and become a member. You got different perks if you become a member, and the prices are differentiate. So you can become a member for as low as $3.99. That's level one. Level two is $9.99. Level three is $24.99. And if you want to become a platinum member, it's $49.99. But you can become a member for as low as $3.99. And I suggest my viewers become a member. I have some exclusive content I'm putting out once a month for my members only. Also, you'll be getting my poems, different people's artwork from prison. I got like 320 poems I wrote when I was in prison last time. And I'll be putting 2 poems out a month. You'll also get my book. If you become a member, you'll get my book for free. So there's a lot of perks. I'll be having raffles. I got some merch coming. So becoming a member, if you want to become a member, it'll benefit you a lot. You also get exclusive content, and you can call in live and talk to me on my lives on Friday nights. So today I want to talk about not just women in prison having sex and getting raped, but also men. I don't know about no men that I was in prison with getting raped, but I never heard about. I mean, I've heard about rape stories when I was in prison early on in the 80s and 90s, but I've never witnessed it. But females, I witnessed it. And how I witnessed it is I was in Thurston County Jail. And I'll get into that in a little while. But first, I want to talk about the things that I were involved in as far as relations with different staff members. And I think I touched on this early on when I first started my channel. But the last time I was in prison, I wasn't married. I was single. I got a divorce before I went to prison last time. So I was single. All the other times I was in prison, on all my different cases, I was married. So I really wasn't seeking nothing from female staff members before the last time I was in prison. And, in 2001, I believe I was in Solano prison. This is before my last sentence. And I was married then. And I had a CO that I used to go to school with there. And she used to always come to my cell and chop it up with me, talk to me and shit. And I think that I probably could have started a relationship with her, but I was married at the time. However, this time when I was in prison, like I said, I was divorced. So it was a whole nother ball game. I didn't have a girlfriend on the street, not one steady girl. I was writing 2 or 3 girls, probably 4 or 5 before my sentence was up during the 10 years I was there. So I wasn't committed to nobody. So when you're in prison without a female running for you, coming to see you, and all that stuff, you need somebody. Every man in prison is seeking for a relationship while they're there, and they'll tell women whatever they want to hear to get them to do whatever they want to do for them. And I used to do the same thing. Like I said, I had a phone the whole time I was in prison last time. I was in prison 9 years, 8 months, and I had a phone at least 8 of those years. And I got caught with 4 different occasions with phones. And at first, when I first went to prison in 2010, phone write-ups, a write-up is called a 115, and there's different levels to it. Division F, E, D, C, B, and A. Division A 115 is like for murder, stabbings, assault on staff, stuff like that. And then it goes down. So when I first went to prison, when you get caught with the phone, it was a Division E. And it was like 30 days loss of credit, I believe, when I first went to prison. And by the time I left, it was a Division C. And it was considered illegal contraband and they could take up to 6 months and you wouldn't get it back. So I was real careful after they changed the 115 for phones, and I got caught once with a phone when it became a Division C. So I did lose probably altogether. I probably lost a year and some change in 115s. I got everything back, but that 6 months for the last phone I got caught with, and that was in Donovan. I got caught with my last phone in Donovan, and they took 6 months from me, and you got to stay clean. But I want to get down to my thumbnail and my experiences with staff members in prison. The last time I was there, I had 3 different experiences with staff members. And the first one, I was in Corcoran. I got to Corcoran with a 15-year, 8-month sentence, and I was just starting out my time. I stayed in the county jail 2 years, and then I stayed at the reception center for like 6 months. So I was already locked up for 2.5 years when I got to Corcoran, level 4. I think it was B yard. And I got there, and jobs are very scarce there. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't a level 4 when I got there. They flipped the yard from level 3 to level 4 when I got there, and being that my points were level 4, they kept me. So like I said, jobs are very scarce at Corcoran, and it's a huge. I think Corcoran is the biggest California prison there is. It's like a little city. They got New Corcoran, which is Sad F, and then Old Corcoran. I was in Old Corcoran, I think B yard. I think I was on B yard. I'm almost positive I was on B yard. Well, anyway, I get there and they're flipping the yard. What that means is they're changing it from a level 3 to a level 4. So they move everybody that didn't transfer to another level 3 yard to one building. And I get to one building, and the laundry comes, and I noticed that I know the laundry lady from the streets. It was a friend of mine's mother, and she seen me and she asked me, did I want a job? And of course I said, yeah, I wanted to get out the cell, so I wanted a job in the laundry. And she got me a job in the laundry. I was working in the laundry probably for 4 to 6 months. And during that time, she had transferred to A-Yard Laundry, and they brought this new chick over there. And she was from Fresno, and she was a Mexican woman, and she was probably about, at the time, let me see, I was 40. I was in my 40s. I was probably 44, 45 years old, I think. No shit. I was 41, and she was probably 30, in her mid 30s. And it was me, a cat from Hoover, a white cat, and a South Sider. We all worked in laundry with her. And she always used to tell me after we got off work to stay back. She needed me to fold something. And I could tell that she was kind of feeling me. And she looked at my file and she'd seen how much time I had. So my first relationship was when I first started out my time in Corcoran. And we never had actual sex, but we did mess around a little bit. And she did bring me my first phone, my second phone. My first phone I bought for $1,500, and it was a flip phone. Now, mind you, this is 2010. So phones were a lot more expensive back then. A flip phone now, when I left prison, was $800. But when I first started out, they was $1,500 to $2,000 for a flip phone. And the Goon Squad got that out of my cell. And she brought me my first Galaxy. My first Galaxy I touched in prison was in Corcoran. Excuse me, you guys. And when she brought it, she brought me the charging cord. It was already turned on. She was paying the phone bill, and it had her phone number in it with some kind of explicit pictures in there. And I used to tell her, look, I'm going to take these pictures out of this phone, because if the cops get the phone and see these pictures of you in my phone, they're going to come fire you and know they're going to take me to the hole. They're going to know you brought me the phone. So I used to take her pictures out. She used to send them to me, nightly. We used to talk on the phone all night long and shit. She'd be late for work sometimes. We'd stay on the phone till 3, 4 in the morning. And all of a sudden one day, I get called to the counselor's office. Called to the counselor's office, and they told me I was level 3. My points dropped in that 6 months, and I had a choice where to go, and I tried to stay there because she was there and she was bringing me everything. She was bringing me tobacco. She was bringing me she didn't bring me no drugs or no shit like that, but she brought me Burger King all the no, was it Burger? She brought me Subway. She used to bring me Subway all the time. Like every other day she'd bring me Subway and wait till all the other workers left, and then she'd tell me to go in her office and she'd give me this bag of Subway. I always used to get the ham, turkey, and cheese sandwich with lettuce. She knew what I liked. She used to always bring me Pepsis and shit. However, they called me in the council office after I'd been there 6 months and told me I was up for transfer, and I did not want to leave there. And you know, being from Sacramento, people want to get closer to home, but I did not want to leave because she was there. She was cool. She wasn't no ugly chick either. She was real short. She was like 5 foot tall, probably weighed like 130, 135. And she was pretty. She had one kid, and I think her kid was like 6 years old. She had a daughter. I'm not going to mention her name. I don't know if she's still working there or not. I haven't looked her up on social media. But that was my first experience. And that wasn't no sexual experience at all. We messed around. We kissed a little bit and fondled each other and shit. But we didn't never get to where we were actually having sex. She felt real uncomfortable in there because Goon Squad could come in the laundry. They got keys to everything. And I wanted to. But she didn't feel comfortable. I think if I had stayed there probably for like 6 more months, I would have ended up having sexual relations with her. My second time, I was involved with a staff member. Was I was in Vacaville, next to Solano, and this time my counselor went to McClatchy with me, went to high school with me, and I was a junior and she was a freshman, so I think she was 2, maybe 3 years younger than me, and she was a Puerto Rican and white, and I remember her in high school as being kind of chunky, but when I got to Vacaville and I seen her, that she was my counselor, and I recognized her. She had lost a lot of weight. She had 3 kids. She had been divorced for I don't know how many years. And she used to duck at me. When they want you to go to medical or see your counselor, they put a ducket under your door the night before, and it tells you have an appointment tomorrow. She used to do this like 3 times a week, ducking me. And I go in there, and it was for bullshit. So the last time, before we started our relationship, the last ducket she sent me, it was for asking me what I like to eat. And I told her pizza. And we was in there bullshitting. We talked about what we did out of high school, how I ended up in prison and all that type of shit. Well, 2 days later, she brought me a pizza from Domino's. It was nasty. It was good in there, but I don't like Domino's when I'm out here. It was good while I was there. And after that, she was bringing me everything. She brought me weed. She brought me phones. She brought me tobacco. She brought me all type of shit. And that was the second relationship I had. I used to, phones at Vacaville when I was there was $2,500 to $3,500, and I was selling it for $2,000. And I would try to give her money because we'd get the money from whoever we sold the phones from on Green Dots, and I try to give her money. She would not take no money for these phones, man. And I was making a lot of money. I made a lot of money at Vacaville, but the most money I ever made in prison was when I was at Donovan, and I wasn't messing with staff there. I had my my friend bring me 30 phones up there, and I got them in through the ranch. My third relationship was at CMC East. And at CMC East, it was with my boss. I was a teacher's, what do you call it? I was a teacher's assistant for the pre-release program at CMC for like a year. And my teacher was Italian and Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. And she liked me, man. She was way younger than me, and she liked me a lot. I used to stay class. We had 2 classes, one from 8 o'clock, or was it 7:30? 7:30 to 11:30, and one from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, I believe. And I used to stay all the way after the classes were released, all the way till count time. And that's the one I had sexual relations with. And at first, it was just a sexual thing. But then it was hard for me to get her to bring anything. And she first started bringing me homemade cooking shit. She brought me some pork chops with rice. She was bringing me, home food. She brought me a hamburger from some hamburger stand out there. And after she brought me some fucking food from a restaurant, is when I first talked her into bringing me a can of tobacco. She brought me a can of, and CMC had no tobacco when I was there. And I smoked, as you guys can see. I was selling cigarettes for $8. Cigarettes way smaller than this for $8 on the yard. And I probably would make about $700-800 off a can. And she was bringing me 2 cans a week. Finally, I had my phone that I used to call her at night. I had my phone, but I wanted a backup phone. And I talked her into bringing me another phone. And again, she would like to send me pictures, and she would FaceTime me at nighttime. And anyone who's been to CMC East, they know the cells aren't made out of concrete. One wall is, but the other wall is made out of a thin metal. So whoever's next door to you, they could hear you on your phone. And there's a lot of rats in CMC. And so I used to tell her, man, we got a text. Let me see. But I had a relationship with her for almost a year and a half. Corey, what's up, Corey? What's up, David? Mad Swan, South Central LA. You from Swans, Mad Swan? You must be from Swans. Hey, I had a bunkie in YA from Swans. His name was what was his name? His last name was Bourgeois or something like that. Skinny brother. Used to be a comedian like a motherfucker. Yeah, it was gonna be later, Gator Mac. I decided to do a little early because I gotta go see my friend, and I'm kind of late right now, so I decided to do the live a little early. But that was my 3 experiences messing with staff in prison. But check it out. What I really wanted to talk about, my partner Big Sight from Swans. What's up, Truly? Hey, so check it out. What I really wanted to talk about was females. Females in institutions getting raped or taken advantage of. And I'm going to give you the firsthand experience I had with knowing about this. In 2008, me and my girl at the time robbed 4 banks in Olympia, Washington. We got caught probably 8 months later. We ended up in the same jail, Thurston County Jail. And she was in the high power tank, and I went to the hole for assault on staff. And she was right next door to me, and we used to talk. When I come out for my hour, we used to talk through the phone because she could hear me, right? We used to talk every day for like probably a week, and then she got transferred to medium. But anyway, I became cool with this chick in there. And I used to actually talk through my wall. She was on the other side of my wall, and we used to talk every night. And late at night, I would hear her door crack. And it was like, damn, where's she going late at night? Because there's no movement late at night. And finally, she told me there was only 2 black cops that worked in this jail. And one of the black cops used to take her to the storage room and have sex with her and do whatever they did, right? And she told me about it. She said she did it one time with him because he brought her some cigarettes or something, but she didn't want to do it no more. But he would kind of like make her do it, like open her door and tell her, come on, and she would go. She thought she would get in trouble. So she was telling me about this. And I told her, I'm like, look, man, what dude's doing to you is hella foul. If you don't want to, I kept calling her bluff. I'm like, man, if you don't want to do it, just tell him you ain't going to go. And so she was like, you know what? Her friend, I guess a girl that she knew in there, told her to tell on the dude. And, if someone's raping you and taking advantage of you while you're in jail or prison, um, um, I don't think that's right. But I would never steer no one to tell on no one. But what she told me, this is what she ended up doing. She ended up going one night with dude. Bitch. That's my phone. She ended up going one night with dude, and I guess she had oral sex with dude, right? She sucked dude up. And what she did was she held it in her mouth. And when she got back to her cell, she spit it in the cup. She ended up telling on dude. I think she told on him one time before this, and they didn't believe her, or they was trying to cover up for dude, right? But now she had his DNA in a fucking styrofoam cup, and she told her lawyer. Her lawyer took the DNA from her, his sperm, and they fucking fired this dude, man. And it was in the newspapers. This was in 2000. I want to say 2006, and they fired this dude, man. He was a little short black dude, right? And they ended up transferring her to a whole new jail. I think she ended up going to prison. But I got a few homegirls and a girl that I was seeing a long time ago. She had went to Chowchilla, and she told me that she was having a relationship with one of the guards, and she got pregnant, and she had like a 6-year sentence. And this happens all the time. If you guys don't know it, this happens all the time in women facilities, women coming up pregnant. And they have to know what's going on, because most women ain't getting conjugal visits and they come up pregnant. They got to know it's by a staff member, right? But this one particular girl I used to mess with, she was a hoe. She was a hoe on the street. She ended up going to prison. They got raided in a hotel, and she got 6 years for possession of sales of methamphetamines. And this was way back, a long time ago. And what happens was she got pregnant, and she had the baby when she was in prison, and she never told on this dude, right? I seen her years later. I think her daughter was like 8 years old. And she told me the story. She was like, man, this is a correction officer that works at Chowchilla's baby. I like, what? I'm like, you still messing with her? With dude? And she was like, no, we ain't together. And then I got pregnant when I was in prison by him. And I was like, damn. And she ran me down the whole story. So them are the kind of things that females have to go through. See, it's the total opposite for guys and women. Guys in prison, inmates, they're trying to find a woman staff member that they can bust and manipulate to have sex with, to bring them certain contraband in prison. Women, on the other hand, women are emotional creatures. So most of them have to have an emotional connection with the man. And they're not looking like men are when men are in prison to work a dude, bringing them in stuff and all that stuff in like we are. So it's the total opposite. And it's crazy, man, because while I was in prison, I can't even count how many female staff members I seen get walked off of prison grounds in handcuffs for getting caught up messing with inmates. I also seen men COs get fired because they was trying to get the bag, bringing phones in, bringing tobacco in, bringing drugs in to inmates, and someone told on them. And I seen that numerous of times, man, and it was crazy. But to me, it's like these women that are in these facilities, even at the county jail, man, I heard stories about sheriffs fucking with inmates and shit. It's crazy, man. And that was my spill on that. Now let me answer some of these comments, man. I see comments all the way up. I got hella comments down there. I haven't posted nothing but a couple of them. Corey, what's up? David Johnson, what's happening? James, what's up, James? You here every time I'm on. I like that, man. You're a good supporter. Have you guys became a member yet? Have you guys hit that join button? Man, become a member of Prison Yard TV, man. I got some exclusive shit. You guys will get a lot of exclusive shit. If you become a member, it's only $3.99, $3.99, man. Tap in and become a member. You can spend up to, I think it's $3.99, $9.99, $24.99, or $49.99 if you want to be a platinum membership holder. But for $3.99, you can become a member and you'll get my book. You'll get exclusive videos once a month where you could call in that I can't put out here for the world to see. There'll be exclusive videos. You'll get prison art. I got 300 something poems that I wrote in prison. You'll get 2 poems a month. You'll get emojis, different badges. There's all kind of perks becoming a member, man. So hit that join button if you could afford $3.99, man. If you guys want to become a platinum member for $49.95, you can become that. What's up, Truly? Sam Q. Oh, you're back, homie. I haven't seen your name on here in a while, Sam Q. You started out with me in May. I used to fuck with you back in May. I see you back now, man. If you guys aren't already if you already haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that like button or that share button, please share this video with your folks, man. It's helping this channel out a lot. As you guys know, I took a couple months off, and now I'm back. I'm gonna give you guys 2-3 videos a week, man. I got all kind of content. I'm starting out slow, but I got some exclusive content that I can't put out there for the YouTube world, only members only. See, in my position being a content provider, Angelique. What's up, Angelique? I see you. Being a content provider, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of rules and regulations, what I can and can't put on YouTube, but I got a lot more leverage and a lot more leeway that I could do on my members only channel. So you guys will see some different kind of content if you become a member, man. So if you can become a member, hit that join button and become a member. I said I'm gonna keep this down to 30 minutes tonight. It's already 29 minutes. 29 minutes. Imagine that. 29, my favorite number. Actually, it's not. 25 is. But I want you guys to stay blessed. Tell the people you love them, and carry on with your life safely, man. This world's crazy out there. I was just watching the news right now. There's so much crazy shit going on right now. This motherfucker went to a weed farm and killed 4 people, killed everyone in the damn house at the weed farm. It's crazy out there, man. From the Pueblos. What's up, Caleb? You from the Pueblos. Damn, what was dude's name next door to me from the Pueblos? Fly. You know Big Fly from the Pueblos? His celly was from Bounty Hunters. What was dude's name from Bounty Hunters, man? I think Little BJ or Little DJ or something like that. And the other cat that used to play, he was from Pueblos, a little short cat, Fly, and they was at CMC East with me, man. We used to play poker every day. Little short cat. He used to lose his ass off too, but he had money. Yeah, James, stay blessed, homie. Tell the people you love them. It's been 30 minutes. Nice coming on here, seeing all my supporters on here, my old school supporters. A lot of these people, James, I hear you, man. 29 ain't my favorite number, though. 7 and 25 is my 2 favorite numbers. Hey, I went to the casino last week, and I don't really play roulette that much, but my friend likes to play roulette. But I went by myself, and I was sitting there, and I put, I think, $20 on number 25 and hit that motherfucker and got up out of there, man. 25 is my favorite number. That's my, I was born in February 25th, so that's why that's my favorite number. So y'all stay blessed, stay up, stay safe out there, and tell the ones you love them. I'll see y'all again Tuesday. I think I got another live coming up Tuesday. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and please hit that join button, man. I need people to become members of my channel. I'm getting blown up right now. See y'all later. See y'all Tuesday.